Actually, yes. We just got a king bed because I am, a big boy now. I'm a mooch. Like, we thought we fucking just started dating, and, 4 years, almost 5 years ago, we got an apartment and shit. Like, we're like, yeah, queen bed's fine. And then, like, we just slowly have been acquiring animals. Started with a cat. Now that we have a German Shepherd, husky, and now we have a fucking lab. And it's like, not really cutting it anymore. And then we just got a king bed. I just got filed for 100% VA disability. Just got it. Fucking, I get to literally just get paid to exist, to breathe air. So I thought I'd splooge. Yeah, splurge on a bed. Yeah, I also splooge on the bed. That hasn't happened yet, but that'll be christened later today. But yeah, I got a big boy bed now. It's fucking great.
Congratulations.
Holds all the animals fantastically.
So I know. So the animals sleep on the bed. So where do you sleep?
Sometimes on the couch.
Okay, great.
They're dickheads.
Is it a king or a California king?
Bro, we went with a king because Cal Kings suck, because it takes away from the length of the bed, and I'm fucking tall. Like, I'm almost 6'2", so like my feet are right at the limit of falling off the bed already. And if we would have went with a Cal King, my feet would have been off. Like, all the shit underneath our bed would come and fondle my feet while I'm sleeping.
The dogs?
No, the demons.
Yeah, the demons.
Oh.
Yeah. Imagine thinking you're tall at 6'2".
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you tuck your knees in and like roll over, bro? You have like an ocean to roll over in.
Dude,
I
come on.
sleep like a fucking mummy. So if I hear at any sound during the night, I can just reach out to my right and grab my Glock. So, I got to be ready at all times. Just sleep on my back like a normal person. Apparently, the rest of you don't.
I'm glad I live in Norway and not in the US. when hearing shit like this.
Nothing has ever happened. There's just like, a little fetish of mine. Be like, I want to be the first kid on my block to get a confirmed kill on US soil. Like,
And I'll be using the king bed as a bike.
Does it count if it's does the kill count if it's an accident?
It's not an accident.
No, I'm just asking
never an accident.
What depends on, like,
for the report.
If you hit somebody with a car, it's a confirmed kill. But like, if you give someone malpractice, like legitimately by accident, like that's you get off scot-free on that one.
God damn it.
Yeah. Like, if you're fucking skateboarding and fucking clip some 14-year-old in the head, you're a bad person, There's different levels.
Well, I mean...
So when you hit someone with your car, it's okay then?
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you're not drunk. If you're drunk, though, fuck you.
Yeah.
Have you ever met a 14-year-old? I think it might be okay to... Never mind. I was gonna say it might be okay to hit them in the head with the skateboard.
Because they're dabbing all the way to the hospital.
Yes.
And doing the Fortnite dance, convulsing. All right.
Just have an open gash on their head. You kick flip into someone's head. You just hear all their friends. Shoo!
Black's on LOA, so he really can't cut the bad shit out this week. So
yeah, get fucked.
Rip. All this shit's gonna stay in here.
Let it rip.
I mean, yeah, my sister is like 13, 14 now, and like she sends me the weirdest Discord messages. She was like, "Hey, do you have Sims 2?" I'm like, "No, why?" "Well, you can grill babies there." I'm like, "What? Well, what do you want me to do?"
Jesus.
I really. Why does your sister message you on Discord? Like, why isn't she normal and just regular texts you or calls you?
Oh no, it's all Discord.
That's odd.
What's going to be really odd is like that's the fucking next couple generations. Like, dude, how weird is it going to be? Like, I'm getting there. I'm fucking 27. My kids are going to be on Discord and like playing video games, and like this shit's not going away. How fucking weird is it going to be? I'm going to be like a 40-year-old man playing with my 13-year-old playing fucking, come on, you little shit, I'll fuck you up in NHL or something like that. Like through Discord, be like, yo, go ask your mom for some ice cream. I want some as well.
Discord's just a new Xbox 360 lobbies.
Essentially. But I mean, yeah, we grew up with like the start of Facebook and getting to know that bit, and you know, the exploration of social media, and I feel like most of that is dying for the younger generations now, and
Yeah, they don't use that.
No, they don't really use Facebook or
Yeah.
Instagram that much.
Everything is Snapchat, is from what I've been told. You know, like not Instagram, no Facebook, literally just like Snapchat and then fucking TikTok, which is absolutely hilarious. If
Yeah,
you...
and now Discord is also taking over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My girlfriend just got a job working for like a multi-million, like hundreds, $500 million a year revenue.
How many is that? How many zeros?
That's a lot of zeros.
That's like at least 3, right?
Like 9.
And she's doing like marketing and shit like that. And they're like,
Fucking
hey,
tax bracket is that?
get on fucking Discord. And they're starting to use Reddit as well because they realize that's the audiences that they're trying to target, because like kids are staying away from Facebook and Instagram, and it's just like us old people now on that shit.
Yeah.
In our like late 20s, early 30s.
Old, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, the reason I got Facebook, I was 13 at the time, or no, I was 11 at the time when I got Facebook.
Illegal.
So I could play Farmville.
Oh, yo,
Yeah.
that was the shit.
That
I used
was
to
the
literally just main ducks. I would literally just fucking get ducks. I'll get a duck too. That's my next animal.
Yeah, now that you upgraded your bed, you probably switch for it.
Imagine like your family members just sending you Discord scams like in the next 20 years. Like, I haven't heard from my sister in 3 weeks. The next message she sends me, my account is now gone forever. Unreal.
I
Click on this
lost
link.
access to my Discord. If you can click this link and send me $20 through Venmo, make sure it's Bitcoin and make sure to hit the Hillary Clinton EFT picture. Thanks.
Hillary Clinton
Or what-
EFT.
Or whatever the fuck those things are. What's the new stuff
At-
called?
Imagine
Is it
getting
NFT? That's what I meant.
Imagine getting a message from your mom saying, like, hey, I accidentally got your account banned on Steam.
You've got a vac ban now, you little shit.
Unfreaking real.
Well, Mom, you're going in a home.
You're going in a hole. Guys, welcome back to We Are 501. I've got Dakota with me today, as well as Sam and Val. What's up, boys?
Hello.
We are
Hi.
going on episode 10 today. Bang, 10 episodes. Count them. 11
Big
if you
Bob.
count the Christmas special. I think we count that. So this one's officially titled 10.
Yeah, I think Black hopes that he doesn't count it. Like in his head, that episode just doesn't exist to him.
Yeah, I hope so. By the end of today, he's gonna be like, I can't even edit this. It's so many things in here that just make it unpalatable for human consumption. But got a good episode with us today for you that we've been preparing. And we'll get to our guests in just a few minutes here. But before we do that, we'll start with the unit news, and we'll get right into campaign. For campaign this week, I think that everybody got it actually working this time around. So that was that's some good stuff here. Avalanche still on campaign; they're in the thick of it this week too, and next week will be the final week. But at the time of this recording, everybody's gone through it. That's the good news. Av 3, I can just tell you from experience that was a very long. We had a whole lot of fun. We even found some interesting pieces of intel. Number one, Cascoon is dead. Ripping effing chat for Cascoon. We found him dead. I actually, to be honest, really fuzzy on the details of that. Some people said he was alive and we killed him, and then the other people say that he was just found dead. So I don't really know. You could take that as you want. And, Uncle and Klinger probably took his ass out. And the second piece of what we got is apparently that Av2 is going to get absolutely kamikazed by droids today. So more on that since I have 3 other members in our channel here today. And Av1 was on their flank, and they are just beating the shit out of the droids to the southern side of Altus. to their death, hopefully. What happened in AF2 today, guys? Did you get like the ridiculous outpouring of droids that you guys said that apparently we found that was going your way, or how's that?
I only killed 25 droids today. That's 100 less than I normally kill.
Wow.
Pretty elitist.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
I
Sorry.
killed one.
Is there like a kill count quota for ARC or?
No. It's just we tend to do dumb shit and get ourselves in fucking stupid positions, so we have to fight our way out. And then
Can
we
you
get yelled at
please
for it.
use the correct term? It's called pathfinding. Thank you.
Sure.
Go find a path somewhere else. Fuck. But I mean, is it because you just weren't around the action, or is it just kind of felt like?
I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of contact. I don't know, but then again, I was also running as I was trying out for Crate 2 today, so
you were with platoon. Okay.
Yeah, I was with platoon, and I was sprinting around a lot, like to help out other people.
That sounds about right.
Maybe
Dakota, what about you from your perspective?
Well, we started off in the town of Pure Growth that we took last week. It was fine right up until we just immediately there was some sort of contact hit into one at one point, in which we took that out, and then a Hailfire droid came over the hill and just started trying to kill us and didn't really do anything. Overall, we only had 2 deaths for 2-3, and we didn't take out a lot of contact. There was really nothing for us. We took 2 compounds, and that was it. Pretty uneventful.
Damn.
2-3 side.
Damn, all right. I guess your big one was last week when you guys had to fight off from being completely surrounded. So, good on. How surprised were you guys when we swapped back in with Cyclone and y'all were surrounded? Was it like?
Yeah, I didn't. I had no idea what was going on.
It was really weird. It was weird because when we ended, we weren't even down there. We were up north when we switched out with Cyclone the last time. So to me, it was kind of odd of why we were surrounded. I don't know why. So.
Damn. Well, anyway, it seems like the efforts on the war front are going quite well. And should be getting a recap video from our team over at News Team within the week here. So something you can be excited for. Stay tuned for that, just to let you know how that goes. Shout out to everybody who's provided footage for that. In Battalion news this week, talked about a couple things. First off, there is some changes. If you haven't heard, you've been under a rock for Zeus. We have essentially a program for qualifieds now to come and do FTXs and whatnot. So that's going to be pretty cool, opening up Zeus a little bit. Shout out to Zorro and Buffalo, brand new Sublean Buffalo. Congratulations, bud. We are establishing some new server rules now that everything is kind of getting normalized with testing. Now that we have one mod list once again, we are going to start doing specific things with servers, and hopefully that continues, and that way it'll kind of alleviate some of the training and scheduling that's been happening with some of these servers. So we definitely keep an eye on that. Lastly, we have, I guess, the biggest thing that came out of this, which was Jay's big announcement to us this week. But we are going to be doing a join op pretty soon here with another unit. Will they be in Gark soon? Who knows? But any of the details on that, obviously, feel free. You can talk to Jay about that. I believe the op is with a unit called the 85th Blitz. So that's some good stuff there that could be coming down the pipe here. So that's something to be excited about.
They were a ton of fun to play with.
They were?
Yeah, we went over there. Jay, Cyclone 1, and myself, I reserved as a medic, and they were a blast. their music selection. It's like they have kind of like an internet radio almost. There's literally like real songs in there. Sucks for all the people who stream, but like it really gets you amped up. I believe they were playing like Five Finger Death Punch and stuff. We had it, I believe, like a year ago, the mod list, or excuse me, the mod for it, but we took it out for some reason. But the music is phenomenal. The dudes over there are awesome. Everyone's super friendly. They tried to steal Stitches, but we can't let him go because he hasn't gotten his shots yet or his fucking microchip. So
No. He cannot control 5G yet, so that's a big problem. We cannot, in good conscience, send him out. Awesome, yeah. Hopefully, we see them more often, and they vice versa. They see us more often. That sounds like a good plan, and has been a while since we've had a Garg shakeup. So, that sounds pretty cool to me. And hopefully, something will come of that down the line. As far as Oxmod goes, obviously big news. The server mod list has been completed. If you do not have it already, it is the one that we're using on server 9. It is now the regular mod list. So make sure you guys make that change. And if you haven't, leadership, please make sure your boys know. As far as that, but for so far, stuff has been pretty mixed, running from, it's been immaculate to, oh my God, there's a red box on my screen, and somewhat in between. So troubleshooting right now is going out as fast as we I guess possibly can. And what I can tell you guys is, Power and Mark are really appreciative of everybody's support of it so far, and having a good attitude about it. So shout out to you guys for doing that. And it looks like Klinger is still working on what he's calling Project Beep Boop. That is a lot of weapon balancing and a lot of eventually balancing droids too. They're gonna match what it is. So it's very exciting that is coming. And if you guys have any feedback that you'd like to see out of guns or weapons in general here, you can come to Klinger. You can come to me, and we'd be happy to do that.
Who thought it was a good idea to let Klinger name things?
I think I'll take the L for that one.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, he I can't take him anywhere. Project Landing. No. Yeah, it was landing pad. There's no runways in space, so we called it Project Landing Pad. But yeah, he's a very marketing centric mind.
Yeah, beep boop.
Yeah. He should go to work with Sandman's sugar mommy.
Beep boop.
But beep boop.
Sugar mama is the U.S. government.
But other than that, that's pretty much all that's going on, and we're focused more on the thick of the campaign right now, so everything's going good.
Do you enjoy calling steel rain on the CIS? Do you enjoy being responsible for calling it a lat to save your brothers from harm's way? The only thing that gets your dick hard these days is a clear and concise message over a long-range radio. Then good news, I have the job just for a man like you. Reach out to any RTO instructor to get more information on being a radio transmissions operator in the 501st today.
We'll go ahead and transition over here. Have a guy with us here today who's been here for a very long time, and I'm trying to figure out what the exact amount of time is. As I open up your data core profile here.
Days.
You have been in here. Your time in service is 1,375. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Well, September, welcome. Welcome
At
to
least
the
like
show.
6 months.
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
You've been around for a long time. We love having people that have been around for a long time here on the podcast here, and we're hoping to get some more of the long time guys on. You're the first in the long line of successors here. So I guess we would all like to know. Have you always been in? I know you're on Avalanche 2. Have you always been in Avalanche 2? And talk about your start in the unit.
So yeah, I joined as many other people joined, watching Forensics on YouTube. I believe we have all, or at least a lot of us have joined through that. And yeah, I figured, hey, this looks pretty fucking cool. Let's give it a shot. And so I joined. I got through my my initial or basic training. What's it called? Went on to CTC back in the day, and yeah, I got my trooper within the first 3 weeks of joining the unit. It was after that time I know someone complained about it because they were like, no way you completed from CR to trooper in less than a month, and they complained to their COC and everything, and they got to change it to whereas you have to be a cadet for at least a month to be able to get trooper after that. I was like, okay, that was pretty funny.
Who was that? Are they still around?
No, they're not around.
Alright, what a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, what if he would have said yes? Would we just be like on a crusade after that? Like, what would have happened there if he was like, yeah, that's let's see a shape.
If the guy was still around, I wouldn't have said anything.
It would
That's
have
why I
just been
asked.
silently accepted that he's on a list now somewhere.
You
No,
just
I
like
think he stick around for like another 6 months before he left the unit or something.
cringe.
But yeah, I after that I there was no Zeta, there was no Blizzard or anything. There were just inactive or active people. And yeah, Blizzard came along. I got slotted into Blizzard not by choice because I had to. I was there for the solid 2 months that it lasted. Didn't really do anything there. So I mainly joined just to do the fun ops and everything. I didn't have the schedule to join any squad at the time, so I figured, hey, let's just mess around, not be committed to anything that serious yet. Still like figuring out the unit, getting to know it, getting to know the people. And once Zeta came around, I got slotted in there under Peterson, who has now rejoined the unit. I see somewhere.
Yeah, he's
cadet
actually
or
in
trooper?
Cyclone 2-2 with us.
Yeah, he was a sergeant in Zeta, and yeah, I was in Zeta for about a year before I joined up with 2-2 in Avalanche. Yeah,
I guess that's where all the good people come from, huh?
of course. Yeah, with Gamble as the squad lead. And I don't know how long I was there. Maybe about 6 months. Until I got pretty tired of running infantry, and I figured, okay, let's try something else then. What is not infantry? Let's aim higher. And I went into Racer. Sat there for 3 months. The day I got promoted to my senior ensign or whatever it is, the first promotion you get. I left Racer and went back to second platoon and joined 2-1. Yeah. I mean, all respect to Racer and everything, and I get why people do love it, and yeah, but I'm more used to running infantry, and I wanted to try something else for a bit, and I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really some place for me to stick around for a longer time.
Did you have fun at least?
I did. A lot of fun.
All
Got
right.
to cast a bunch of infantry on both sides.
Enemy infantry, right?
Hope so.
Right?
He's like, sure, whatever. Sure,
I
whatever.
shot
Shut up.
stuff. Yeah. But yeah, one thing about joining Racer though that I was not prepared for was the I think my IEA lasted for 12 hours trying to like learn how to maneuver the lad and have it keeping still while moving through these like super tiny boxes that the lad could barely fit through.
I don't have the attention span for that. Like, I barely have the attention span to be able to like maintain my focus to like a 2-hour op. Like,
yeah, I joined up with Galaxy in Racer. He's now in Ackley though. But like I remember every day for a week, me and him would I would host a server for us to just practice on, and we would set up on altus, have these like high stone pillars set up all over the Salt Flats area, and just try to maneuver around it to get the gist of it. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then you became a corporal.
And then I became a corporal. Yeah. There were some changes in second platoon. Stones moved up to first squad lead, of course, after Ryan. After that, the platoon commander was available. Stones moved up there. We got Erling coming in as a squad lead from Racer, and yeah, that made room for another team lead to step up, seeing as someone else left, and I changed over my team there from Bravo to Alpha. Although our Bravo team at the time with Anta squad lead or team leading, myself as an AT trooper, Maverick as marksman, and Law as our medic was probably the best shit I've ever seen in the. We had a bunch of fun, and we were so effective on the field. We felt like the main characters of the show, you know. It was good times for as long as it lasted, until I got put up for team leader in Alpha. And yeah, so it took me roughly 3 years to achieve corporal. Seeing as I took the alternative route and a detour through Racer.
You took a lot of different. So, what we're noticing, you know, as the more that we do these interviews, is that there's never really a straight line path that, you know, most people can take through this unit, and it's always so fascinating to kind of see where they started.
Yeah.
Where I mean, so let's start with Zeta. Let's go back. You were in Zeta for like a year.
Yeah.
What kept you in Zeta for that period of time?
Sorry, say again?
What kept you in Zeta for that period of time?
It was mainly due to my schedule. I had work early Monday morning, and Sundays were really the only days I could try to play something. So that left second platoon the only viable choice for whenever I had a more open schedule on Mondays, as if I could come in late or had a different job, which I eventually got when I switched over. But yeah, after Peterson left, I ended up being a squad leader there, so just keeping track of everyone, getting their monthly check-ins with different squads, and I think that was really good like stepping stone to, if you're trying to become a squad lead or a team lead or anything really, just to get the experience of being in charge of roster work and everything that it comes with being in Zeta. But I noticed that Zeta has. I remember it frustrated me at the time how like people looked very down on Zeta when I was there, and it was an issue for a long time, where people had a different attitude towards it, and yeah, we were trying to change that a lot, and I think it did over time. Like now, I don't really hear anything about it anymore. Maybe because I'm not in Zeta. But the issues with being in Zeta is that you have people that are partly active and partly inactive. So you try to nag for your squad members to get their check-ins with different squads, and they can only do once a month. You have to like nag them up until the very last day of the month, like, hey, go get your check-in, otherwise you have to move over to inactive reserves. Of course, many people don't want that. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's what kept me in Zeta.
I mean, you kind of touched on it a little bit, but it doesn't really happen so much now as it used to, but we live in a different unit than I think, you know.
Of course, yeah.
When you got here, it was 2018. What are some of the things that you've seen that have kind of changed over the time period that you've been here?
Oh my god, where can I begin? A lot have changed. Like take CTC for example. The first thing I noticed was the change of the cadet thing. You have to be a cadet for a month. The classes have changed. There are not half as many people in initial training every Tuesday as there were when I joined. I think my initial training we were like 20 recruits sitting there waiting for some sergeant major to come yell at us. Sadly, I joined right after Coward has ended his career in initial training. Because I was looking forward to get yelled at by Coward after watching forensic streams or YouTube videos. But yeah, everything has like grown into a more natural way. It's not as strict as it used to be with the whole like military police and everything. We all know the predecessor to that.
Oh, man, the man was menace.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, while I was in Zeta, actually, I was a recruiter, and I had a group of 5 people in my recruitment channel, and the chief military police hops in my channel, and one of the newcomers made like a bad joke of something. I can't remember for the life of me what it was, but he made some sort of joke, right? And here comes the banhammer towards him that made the joke, as well as the second guy that laughed at the joke. And I was like, okay, well, we're all just gonna sit here quietly until he leaves. And so we did, and he left, and I get on with my recruitment of these 3 people that I left. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Brutal, yeah, for sure. I also remember I was super intimidated by COC. Like, I first fun up, I saw rank 6. I was like, I can't even speak right now. I was super starstruck, and he's a sergeant major or something. And I took it all really seriously back then. Like, oh shit, we should shut up now, otherwise I get banned.
I think that's so fucking.
Shut up now.
Yeah, I think that's such a dumb, like, mindset that a lot of like Arma units have with like, oh, I have to take everything super seriously. That's so triggering to me. It's like, if I wanted to take shit seriously, I would fucking
join the military.
Well, I already did. I've been in it for like 10 years, so I was trying to think of something else. But like,
got him. He hated his life so much he did it a second time. Moron.
Yes, more discipline. That's what we need. But yeah, the unit has become a lot more laid back since then, and I think it's a good thing. It's more appealing to maybe the younger crowd that's joining now, and it's a lot easier to join now than it was back then. I mean, back then we had like a peak in 2018 of incoming new recruits, and since then, with the strictness and how serious everything needs to be, the amount of recruits that came in just decreased over time up until recently, where I've seen it getting back up again. And I think that is due to the changes that we have made and adapted to the situation that not a lot of people are joining this unit anymore. And that's a good thing. And yeah, I think we're improving for the better now.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to think of. I was gonna say something, but I fucking forgot what it was. Sorry, I didn't take my meds today. Oh yeah, no. I was having a conversation about discipline with Jan the other day.
Oh, he recruited me.
Yeah, and he and I were debating like the like he was saying something about like troopers or like some troopers like lack discipline or whatever, which is like whatever. That's what he thinks. And I said, well, there's like you can be disciplined. I was like, but if you don't have the skill to like back up your quote unquote discipline, it was like, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that was basically like the whole like debate that we had. And then somebody else cut in. I think Jay ended up cutting in, and we ended up talking about something else completely different. But just for the sole like prescription of, I think all three of us have like ADHD or some shit, and we can't fucking focus on anything to save our lives. But I mean, I know I do. But question for you, September, is are you liking 2-1?
What's that?
How are you liking 2-1?
I am loving 2-1. I feel like my team is doing real well. I really enjoy team leading. And I've been grooming these like 3 guys that I have. I got one of them to join. He's a friend of mine from childhood, and I have 2 veteran troopers now that I've been grooming ever since I got the slot. And we're doing team trainings at least twice a month, just to. My idea was with team trainings that you get to know your team a lot better, and the more you know one person, the better it is to, or easier it is to work together on the field together. Try not to say together too many times in a sentence, but you know. Yeah, so we do these team trainings, and they've been wrapping up on how hard they are. Like now we're only doing team trainings in first person. Locked to first person on veteran mode, and we just kick CIS ass all day long.
I get like motion sickness when I play in first person.
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know why it is, because I can play other first person shooters just fine. Like I can play Counter-Strike fine, I can play Valorant fine, I can play fucking every other game except for like ones that are meant for you to be like over the shoulder, which I look at Arma as that now. For some reason when I go first person in Arma, I'm like fucking hurting my head. I don't know why.
Have you ever been ball turret in first person?
No.
No, don't.
Well, ball turret in first person is really the only way you can use the ball turret.
Well, true, of course. But if you're sitting there for a whole op, motion sickness could be real, yeah. But
Every
yeah,
time
I really do love 2-1. It's a great group of guys, and I can't see myself leaving at any time or joining another squad. It wouldn't be possible. So before I got my team leader slot, Stones asked me if I wanted to go up for ARC in another squad. I can't remember what squad that was. But no, I'd rather stay here as an AT trooper in Bravo team than to leave the squad to go be an ARC somewhere else. Because we're a pretty close group, and I guess most squads are that way. Once you go in there, you kind of stick around. So that's like the major difference that I felt between 2-1 and 2-2 at the time. Because 2-2 didn't have that, or I didn't feel the connection that I have now with my 2-1 guys. And it's all like being in a squad. It's matching personalities. I did have one issue whilst being a team lead when I first took over with a guy who is no longer a part of the unit in my command, where we disagreed on everything, right? And if you disagree with everyone around you, it's not really the place for you to be. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's how I've been for the past 2.5 years at work. I get it. Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, fights happen, but I'm glad that working through that has been something that you've been able to do. And brothers fight, man. That's just the way it is. So
yeah.
What I mean, you've been in second platoon for a very long time. Who was the platoon commander when you joined second platoon? Do you remember?
Do you remember? No, I think it was Was it Drama?
It would have been Crisis.
Crisis, yeah, Crisis. Yes,
Yeah, that's the guy.
that's the guy.
Wow, so pretty much the beginning. Who was the guy before Crisis? Was it I don't know if there was one before Crisis.
I remember Crisis being
Blair
a
was
corporal whenever I joined, or a CT. But I do have a distinct memory of Corporal Crisis back in the day, when he was a team leader somewhere.
Maybe it was player, or maybe it was forensic. I don't really know.
Player used to be in 2-2, or in second platoon.
I need to settle this. So if anybody knows who was the platoon commander before Crisis, please tell us in news open, because I need to chart this, because obviously they ended up running the unit, not too far in the future from there.
Yeah, they did.
Valhalla is I don't know. Should I say what he's typing, or should I just leave it ambiguous?
I'd say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Valhalla says, and if you can probably hear it recorded in the stream. Excuse my wife in the background. Haven't beat her today. She's a little spirited. Disclaimer: this is a joke for legal reasons. My wife is loud. My mic is muted.
I dare you to say this out loud.
Well, he's doing things for legal reasons. I assume right now. So.
Yes.
The most legal reason, but yeah, if you guys remember who, who was the commander beforehand, let us know. News open, because I've forgotten. Who's been your favorite 6 of second platoon? I'm gonna put you on the spot here.
My favorite 6 of second platoon.
Yes.
Wait, you're doing it wrong. Don't answer the question, right? So here's what you have to do.
Okay.
All right. Fuck, marry, kill.
There you go.
Stone, Pro. Who was the one before Pro?
Pompano.
Or Crisis. There's 4 of them there, Valhalla.
Whatever.
So my options are Stones, Crisis, Player,
and or
No. We'll do the last 3. So fuck, marry, kill. Right. Stones, Pro, and Pompano.
Stones, Pro, and Pompano. That's right. Pro was a thing. Well, I'll guess I'll have to marry Stones.
Simp.
And I don't really know Pompano that well, so
okay.
I'll guess I'll fuck him. And I'll have to kill Pro.
Okay.
He said.
That's solid. I think I probably would have done the same.
Yeah.
I don't know Pompano, so I'm just gonna fuck him.
Yeah. Many a long night have I made the same mistake.
Yes.
But no, okay, awesome. So now we know, and we'll tell Pro to stay away from you in the future. Yeah, I guess my question is, I do notice here you're on the media outreach staff.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Tell me about what you guys do for the unit, and what kind of projects you've done, or anything that might be upcoming.
So the only thing I was a part of in the media outreach thing that has since been shut down is the 501st TikTok. Yes, it's a thing.
Oh, we found it.
Oh yes. Yeah, I just made some short videos there, and I was trying to use the trending songs on TikTok at the time to make it fit in with TikTok, to make it pop up on the For You pages for most users, I guess. And yeah, I got really into making videos for the first right before the first film festival was announced. I asked all of upper leadership, Battalion. I know Player and Crisis and all of these guys were up there supporting the decision, or letting me make a recruitment video for the 501st. And so I did. I hung around in FunOps for a week straight, only to take recordings with a Gcam mod, which gives you these pretty good angles and perspectives that you can't get with Zeus or in first or third person. Because I wanted to capture what the unit is really like on battlefield and not make a cinematic thing in single player, you know. So you would get the more realistic view of it. And so I stayed on FunOps for like a week straight, every day, maybe 4 hours, just to gain footage for this. And slapped it out all together. Found a nice song. Actually, I first went with Breaking Benjamin from Halo 2. What's the name of the song?
Diary of Jane.
Yeah.
No, the other one. There's another
it's
There's
in the
another
mod
one?
pack. Yeah, so there's it's legit in the we have it in our mod, so like you can play it. Fuck, what? I'll find it. I'll let you know. Here, give me a second.
Anyway, yeah, player told me
So
that okay,
cold.
this is giving people
No.
too many like Xbox Live chat flashbacks, so change out the song and you're good. Like, okay, sure. And yeah, they made the whole like public announcement thing about it, and after that they announced the yearly film festival, which is pretty cool. A good way for recruitment and for people to actively take part in the social media sides of the first.
Dear Agony.
No.
No.
Do you kind
Yeah.
of feel like you helped start the film festival in some kind of way because of that, or?
I believe so. Honestly, yeah.
I know the song.
Oh, Blow Me Away, right?
Yeah,
Blow Me
that's the
Away.
one.
That's the
Yeah,
one.
yeah, there you go, okay.
Yeah, thank you. That would have been killing me all night.
You don't happen to have a link to that, do you?
I do. Profit here for you. Bum, bum, bum.
Drop it for us. We gotta know. And so do our listeners. I'm sure that they would like to see that as well.
Oh, yo, I've got some news while you guys look that up.
Have you ever been in the field, down in the dirt with your bros, mud running over the calves of your teammates, blood squirting from every orifice, just covering your face? You feel your brother's hot, warm liquids oozing down your hands. If you haven't experienced this, you haven't lived. Join the 501st Medical Detachment.
Go on.
Okay.
Oh. The 501st now has a space engineers server, as well as Jay and Parks are trying to set up a DCS server as well, if you guys like to fly around as well.
That's very interesting, Sandman. Did I?
What?
Did I ask?
Oh my god. I can hate you.
Hey, if you guys like space engineers in DCS,
I'm
shout
playing
out to
space
Jay and
engineer.
Parks. And not Sandman, apparently. Jesus.
Valhalla. Fucking
What?
need to go to the fucking dentist after they fucking wire your fucking jaw shut after I beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna, when we go to your wedding here in like a year or so, it's gonna be all great. You're gonna take your pictures and I'm just gonna break your fucking mouth.
You'd have to catch me, bro. You're like fucking 45% BMI right now.
God damn. I don't think so.
That's why we suggested the Cal King.
Bro, I'd be like fucking 280 pounds if I was. Holy shit.
What do you got right now? Like 220?
Nah, like 240. 230, 240-ish.
No.
You're
Okay.
breathing kind of heavy on the mic.
I'm trotting around. I'm trotting around the living room making a cup of coffee.
I know. Say, man, you're talking to the same guy that used to fucking. I used to do little runs with a cigarette.
Oh, I could never smoke. I think I smoked like 3 cigarettes in my life, and they always tasted like fucking. I felt like I was sticking my fucking tongue in someone's dirty asshole. Like it was the only thing I could ever fucking describe smoking to. It's so awful. I used to dip all the time though.
I didn't do it for the taste. I did it to fucking look cool, dude.
That's why I did the fucking.
That's how you start.
Bro, there's nothing cooler than walking with a machine gun and like you see this dude eye you and you're just like, you know, when they're sitting in that fucking helicopter in fucking Predator and the dude with the boonie hat says something that I can't repeat because it's inappropriate, but he's like, I'm a sexual tyrannosaurus, and then spits on the fucking dude's boot. Like that is the greatest scene in film history because it like sums up the military in one fucking like scene right there. Look cool. And that's it. Like you could be fucking awful, but if you look cool, it works.
You have a chance.
I was told when I first got fucking 3-7 that there were 3 rules to being an infantryman. The first one was look cool. The second one was don't get lost. The third one was if you get lost, look cool.
that is 100% the infantry in a nutshell. Like it is always trying to outdo everyone else by looking cool and making sure someone else fucks up more than you do.
Yeah. So, me being the fucking dumb boot that I was, I took that to heart, and then I went to the fucking PX and bought a pair of fucking Ray-Bans.
Of course.
I went and bought Oakley Ballistics, and I turned my fucking issued G-Shock watch inside on my wrist, so I was an operator. And then I made sure I got my Marine Corps sweatshirt, and I wore my dog tags out of my shirt, and I went to the bar and asked for the 10% discount. You're welcome for my service.
You guys are fucking terrible. You guys are the worst.
I will have this known publicly that I have always made an effort to make it look like I am not in the military when I'm fucking out in the public.
I agree. The only time is when I'm getting on a plane. Like, bro, that whole like, if you're active duty military, you can board for it. Be like,
Oh yeah,
deal
I'm going
with this
first.
fucking screaming toddler and the rest of these fucking mongoloids that fucking stink and are all like fucking lurching around because like I'd always fly through Las Vegas to go home. So it would just be like fucking Bertha coming back after losing like $9,000 and she's telling the whole plane like this about the chocolate. Like, no, I'm going in first. You're welcome.
I'm just trying to imagine your ass at some sort of Southwest Airlines game like, I'm a veteran.
I'm an active duty Marine. Let me through. You can sleep safely because of men like me.
I would do something like that, except I would wait until the first class people board, and then I would board with them, so then everybody thinks I'm rich.
You guys are
very
the
conscious
worst.
about. Yeah, I've been very conscious about putting a target on myself in public and avoiding doing it. So
Yeah, there's nothing worse than someone thanking you for your service. I'd literally rather someone walk up and punch me in the throat because I know how to like respond to that instead of like someone thanking me for my service and just like standing there staring at you. Like,
Hey, thank you for your service, Sam, man.
Uh,
I appreciate it.
thank you for paying
Well,
your taxes,
we're
Dakota.
on-
I
Yeah,
appreciate
I pay your bill. That's all right.
we're on the internet now, so like I can just be like, yeah, fuck you. But like when you're like some like nice 50-year-old man who's like genuinely being like sincere, like, bro,
His dad was in World War II.
I fucking signed that paper, 1, to go to college, and 2, to kill people legally. Like, you're welcome.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, anytime you want some more oil, yeah, point me in the direction.
Oh my god. I'm so glad that I live in Norway, dude.
Yeah, I always respond when people say thank you for your service. I always respond with, hey, thanks for paying your taxes. And it catches them off guard. Because
That shit would have me howling if you actually told someone that in person. I'd laugh so damn hard.
Bro, he's the most belligerent motherfucker I think I may have ever met. And I've met a lot of belligerent people, and like he was just always such a cunt. Like capital cunt to everything. And like not like a mean way, but like if you were too dumb to pick up on it, you thought he was just being like sincere. So it was fucking hysterical because the amount of people that are dumb in the military is also very high. So like people would just go right over their heads, and this man is being the most sarcastic, belligerent piece of shit you've ever met. And they're just like, "Oh right, yeah, nice one, Doc. Sounds good." And they just trot away. Like I'm sure if you've done like a couple like ops with Valhalla, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, you're probably one of those dumb people. I'll be honest.
September, how glad are you that you live in Norway right now?
Very much so. Like, yeah, welfare state all the way.
How I mean, so how does that how does being an EU player in a majority, I guess, American or North American unit, what's that kind of like? Like, is it culture shock, or do we live up to like all of the stereotypes?
You live up to my stereotypes and expectations, all of them, every day.
What are some examples of that?
So, there's always talk of guns everywhere you go, every channel, you know. And the Second Amendment, it's a big thing. I've gotten that part. But yeah, luckily I am in 2-1. We're a bunch of Italians and Norwegians at this point, and Scruff from Canada. So we managed to like decrease the what I want to say, the American patriotism of Second Platoon. But yeah, it always confuses me with the times, because I'm 6 hours ahead, and like trying to calculate that every time I try to plan something with someone in the unit, or I see a cool op and it's starting at like 8 p.m. EST and it's like 4 a.m. for me. I'm like, oh man, missing out. But yeah, it's not really an issue or anything. I did get recommended to join the 212 instead of the 5-1st, because it was more Europeans in the 212 than here. But
Who
I
said
mean,
that?
probably some 212 guy. I'm not sure.
212 guy.
I'm trying to imagine you going up to one of our recruiters whose sole job is to recruit people, and they're just like, "Yeah, you should go to that 212."
I did that when selling cell phones.
You go somewhere else.
I legit.
Go join the
So
212.
So in 2020, when COVID hit, I worked for Verizon, and I worked alone for 6 months because 2 other people decided to quit. One, they just couldn't fill the position. So I was like, all right. So whenever I was just there, I was like, nah, I'm sorry, I don't have that phone, but Auburn, 30 minutes away might. Or I would just order the phone for the like 2 days later. So where like my manager would be in at the time, so I could have him, during my day off, and he could deal with that sale, but I would still get the money for it because it was my sale.
Don't lie. This is what Dakota would do. Dakota would be like, "Hey, you look a little too poor for Verizon. Have you tried Cricket Wireless?"
I did that too. I tried to sell people phones that were way too overpriced just so I didn't have to actually work.
That's the good part about being in the Navy for like 10 years. You have people that are underneath you, so you just delegate all the work and then take credit for it in your
Jesus Christ.
We get it. You're a shitty person. Oh my god. You don't have
What
to.
do you think I actually verify medical records, or do you think I tell a fucking ancient fucking schmuckatelli who's been in for fucking 6 months, be like, "Hey, go verify 100 records"? Like, fuck no, I'm not doing that.
That's illegal.
That's totally
No,
illegal.
it's delegate.
That's illegal.
I mean, I don't say that I did it in my eval. I say that I delegated the work to somebody else. So, but it's still like taking credit.
As long as it's done right, though, because if it's not done right, you take credit for that, you're fucked.
Military doesn't do things wrong.
Military grade.
No, I'm just saying overall, like if you delegate and it's wrong and you're trying to take credit.
Yeah, it's the whole fault versus responsibility thing.
Mm.
I learned that lesson as a when I was a senior line for fucking like 3 weeks when I was filling in somebody fucked up and I was getting yelled at for it. And then I was like, dude, this happened. Like I was on one range and the guy was on another one, right? Because he was running with a platoon and I wasn't running range. And he fucked up and I was getting in trouble for it. And I was like, I wasn't even in the same zip code. And then he was like, some staff started, he was like, Doc, you gotta understand it's not your fault, but it's still your responsibility. And then I was like, man, that makes sense, but fuck.
Oh, that shit is so dumb. It is literally, I fucking literally almost got NJP'd because one of my Marines passed out in a pool in Vegas and I was in fucking California. They're like, why the fuck didn't you fucking help your Marine? Like, bro, it was fucking 2,000 miles away. Want me to fucking fly my little asshole over and be like, hey, you all right, buddy? Don't pass out in the pool. No more alcohol for you. Like, why the fuck am I getting screamed at for this? He's the idiot. Being a squad leader was fucking awful. You literally, people are just dumb.
Did you ever hear about the chain of screaming?
No.
No. Okay, so there you have your boss screaming at you, right? So you need to scream at him, and he will go home and scream at his wife, and she will scream at her kids, you know, and the kids will then scream at their fucking, I don't know, someone.
Teacher? They'll scream at strangers on the fucking internet. It's 2020.
Yeah, okay. They'll get on Discord and start screaming. But yeah,
that makes sense.
Going back though to you mentioned at the start of the podcast about the 85th or something.
Oh yeah, the Blitz.
Blitz, yeah. So how many GARC units are there right now?
327th, 101st, 501st.
There's 5, I would say.
95th.
And
91st.
There's 5 in GARC.
There's 5 in GARC, but the StarSim world is I don't want to say vast, but they're made up of units that are much smaller than us.
Yeah.
Yeah, how many are
usually pretty big?
I think the wild thing too is the 85th Blitz in their lore are the 327th, but a smaller unit. It's like
like a Selko's company.
Exactly. That's what are they called? Torrent or something like that. It's like a smaller like company within,
like detaching, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just like a different company within the division or legion. I don't really remember how how like the Star Wars organization works, but like, you know, in real life would be a division, a battalion, a company, a platoon. It's just like a different breakdowns because they have less people.
Be division, regiment, battalion, company, platoon. Fuck.
Oh,
maybe if you didn't have fucking Walmart Wi-Fi, we could hear what you're saying. But...
No, it's because of my push to talk. I said it was a division, division, regiment, battalion, company, platoon.
Oh yeah, you right. Stolen Valor. I'm sorry, not really. Stolen Valor. Sorry.
No, that's all right. I blame your fucking seniors. I failed you. Fucking probably all bro vets and shit now.
Right back. Get my Black Rifle coffee.
And your grunt style t-shirt.
My grunt style t-shirt after I'm done beating my wife.
I usually drink. I only drink Black Rifle coffee when I'm wearing my Black Rifle coffee t-shirt. While drinking from my Black Rifle coffee mug that says, well, it's green and it has coffee on it and it's got a big like medical symbol on it because that's the joke. But, yeah.
Drink coffee and stack bodies.
Imagine drinking coffee.
What the fuck?
What do you mean imagine?
What are you, some kind of communist?
Legit, I don't drink coffee.
I need to have 3 cups a day or I don't function. I know that's a lot, but that's me. So
What do you use to like get by life and not, die?
Alcohol?
Water.
Are you just raw dogging reality?
I legitimately. So the only time I ever have coffee is when I'm hanging out with my friend, and he's like, "Hey, you want something?" And we'll stop at Dunkin' or like Aroma Joe's, and then that's the only time I'll drink coffee. But like at home, I don't drink coffee. It's either water, milk, juice, just soda.
All right, so it's
Do
either
you ever just go chug a gallon of milk?
No. Who?
No.
it's either you're an alcoholic or you abuse hardcore drugs. There's no way you're just not doing a stimulant and or a depressant. It's
I don't. Well, here's the thing. I don't need those to be happy in my life because I'm never happy.
yep. See, there we go.
Yeah,
You should try.
There's your problem.
You should try a stimulant or depressant. I hear meth is good this time of year.
Black
Sweet
tar
Mexican
heroin.
black tar heroin. Yes, there is.
I know a guy. Come on down.
You need an opium prescription? Come talk. I can lie to a doctor for you. It's not that hard.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. September, I'm going to ask you a question that I've been kind of holding a little bit, but it is Star Wars related. Obviously, everything is about that here in this unit, and it's a question I'm going to start asking people that do come on this show, just because I'm generally curious.
All right.
But number one, I can't believe I have to ask this, but I do have a sergeant in my platoon who's actually never seen any of the movies. Have you seen Star Wars? Have you seen?
Yes, at least once a year. Me and June get together and watch all the movies in marathon.
Okay, gotcha.
Write that down.
Glad to hear that. Now that I've asked you that question, my next question is, what did you think of the sequel trilogy?
The sequel trilogy.
Yep, 7, 8, 9.
We don't speak about the sequel trilogy.
We're speaking of it. Unfortunately, we're speaking of it. What did you think of it?
It's the last trilogy is, I don't know. It's not really something that I've gotten too much into because I don't know. It's not clones, and it's just improved stormtroopers, which are pretty dull. I think they did a good thing in the first movie where they made something similar to episode 4, with the whole like planet fucking Death Star thing going on, and it was pretty much a remake of episode 4 that they did, where you have a rebellion, you have the First Order and the Empire, and you have this Death Star, and we're gonna blow it up, and that's what they did. I'm like, okay, I've seen this before. It's now in 4K, but it's still the same thing.
It's in 4K.
Yeah.
It's in 4K. And did you like episode 8 or did you not like episode 8?
It was okay. I mean, of course, as long as a new Star Wars movie comes out, I'm gonna watch it. I'm probably gonna enjoy it a bit, but it's different. It's not the characters that we're used to, that we all know and love, So whenever they bring back like they did with Han Solo and Chewbacca and fucking Princess Leia, I think that was pretty cool to bring back some nostalgia. But yeah, I'm not really the biggest fan of the last trilogy.
What about episode 9? I'm trying to figure out where you draw the line. Like, which episode do you draw the line? Like, what?
I vaguely remember episode, was it 9 and 8? Well, you have to catch me up there. What are you looking for?
I mean, at least as far as episode 8, I mean, it's pretty split 50-50 between two groups of people. In episode 9, I think that like most people like hate it. I liked it mainly because it shot on the previous film, but
they were good movies.
I didn't
It's
mind.
just like they were nice to watch, but like I didn't feel like it was a Star Wars.
Oh no,
Like I felt like I was
hated
watching
episode
like
8.
it's like those other movies that are really good. Like they came out with a couple Star Trek movies, and like I could give two shits about Star Trek. And it's like, wow, these are really great to watch, and things blow up, and there's fucking cool people and cool things, but I have no idea, nor do I care about the depth of this.
Yeah, same.
Like the old movies were fucking great with that. Because that's literally what our community was built off of too. Is like, man, those idiots in white armor, that doesn't blend into anything. I want to play them on Arma.
They're wearing plastic. Let's get some. But I did, however, love the Star Wars story movies, though. I think those were pretty good, like the Rogue One and the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, those were fantastic.
Yeah.
Honestly. I really like
So
those.
if they could make more of those instead of like trying to make another trilogy or whatever, that would be awesome.
100%.
Yeah,
I think so too.
They
No.
could make another trilogy. They just have to go back and remake 7, 8, 9.
they just
What
have to
people
make another
actually want.
remake of Episode 4 and what is it, 7?
No. Well, as September said, like it's the same shit. It's literally like the old trilogy is the same as the new trilogy. Like it's like, oh, here's the rebellion, here's the Empire, who can't hit anything. You've got plot armor. Whoa, you guys are gonna win. Whoa,
that was one of my favorite things about. Yeah, that was one of my favorite thing about Rogue One is that none of the characters had plot armor because they all fucking.
Alert.
If we could just have like 6 more movies, like standalones, where everyone dies by the very end, Valhalla would be happy.
They need like Star Wars Game of Thrones edition. You're like, oh, Han Solo, boom, stormtrooper, rifle butted to the throat. Princess Leia, blaster shot through the eyeball. Like they need to they need to switch it up.
Kill off some characters here. Yeah,
It fucking the scene cuts. Chewbacca's in a dire place, and then like the next 2 weeks go by, and you're like, new episode of Star Wars, and it's Chewbacca hanging from Bossk's ceiling, all skinned. Just like, oh, looks like Chewie didn't make it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you see Chewie just down in the dumps on course on shooting up drugs or something. That's how bad he is.
I want Chewbacca to have like a mental break and like rip Leia's arms off. You know what I mean? Like, fucking give me that. Give me that.
Do you think that they would make as graphic sex scenes as they does in Game of Thrones?
Only between the droids.
Tom seductively takes off his stormtrooper breastplate. CT-1033 likes that.
Tarzan comes in. Hey, are you touching yourself? No.
Oh shit.
Dang. Well, his September, man. It's been awesome having you on the show today. It's great getting to know you and learning about your story. As always, man, you're always welcome here. We appreciate you taking time out of your day. I know it's really late for you. Thanks for coming out, and obviously, you're always welcome here. Appreciate you.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
Is there anybody you want to plug? You want to kind of plug here before you go, or shout out anybody? You want to shout anybody out?
Shout out to my fire team, Rage Onion, June. Go kill some droids. We're doing our team training this week. Sorry, I know words. Okay, I'm gonna end here before I keep blah 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 blah.
You're doing.
Here in my hangar with my brand new Lat C. Fun to fly around here on Geonosis. But you know what I like more than this Lat C? It's supporting the 501st Legion on Patreon. Every month, the unit's responsible for keeping the lights on. We can only do that with your support. Like our famed Captain Rex once said, that's what brothers do.
All right, I'll move it on out to Valhalla here. Take it away, brother.
Hello, gamers. It is time for your weekly edition of Hail and Farewells. Once again, the recruiting team, except for Clone Sergeant Black, has done a good job at recruiting people. I had to specify this time. Last week was kind of Anyway, I'm gonna say hello to the new people. First, I'm gonna start off with Donut because I'm pretty sure Donut joined like 3 episodes ago, and I somehow missed his name. And then he called me out and he was open. He was like, "Hey, you didn't say hello to me," and I was like, "Oh shit, dude, my bad." Hi, Donut. Welcome. You're one.
You're a donut.
And then after Donut, we've got a Joran, whatever. Spade, Skull. We've got a Fiend is a returning member. He was like an old CT or something like that. It's like,
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And then I want to give a welcome to Micro, Tarek, Moose, Chungi, and Charmer.
Big
Just a
Chunky.
side note. Yeah, just a side note here. Charmer, you guys lost a ward. Change your profile. I'd like to say farewell to Bull. Bull was a part of the.
How
He
about you
was
hold down
third
that
gen-
push to talk button there, bud?
When am I cutting out? I'm so bad with push to talk.
Whenever you end
Maybe
a
you know.
sentence.
All right, I'm just gonna hold it and never let it go.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, so I want to start off. I'm gonna restart just at the end there because I want to say it again. Charmer, you guys lost the war. Change your profile pic nerd. We're gonna say farewell to Bull. Bull was a member of the Bridger Brigade. He was actually third generation of Bridger's fucking little training group that he has. He transferred over to the 327th, so it's not like he's fucking gone forever. We can go vibe with him over there. And then we're saying farewell to Nuclear, who transferred over to the 91st. Nuclear was a member of ACLE for a pretty long time.
Pretty long time.
Yeah. Then he transferred over to the 91st. So just, again, you can go fucking vibe over there with him. But yeah, that was it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 new recruits for everybody to make feel welcome and say hello to. And then we're saying goodbye to Bull and Nuclear. So net positive on recruiting numbers. So good job, recruiting team.
Hey, good job, recruiting team. Yeah, from all of us here, we're gonna say goodbye for today on episode 10. If you've missed any episodes, like I say every week, I'll go ahead and link it in the announcement, so you can catch up on any other episodes that you missed. I know a lot of you started missing at the Christmas special on. Would love to see you come back. Where you going? You're not allowed to leave yet. If you do, if you do have any questions, we're still looking for a news team producer for the podcast. Maybe Dakota will finally have a buddy that he might be bossing around. I'm not sure how that'll work. I'll let them fight it out amongst themselves. But if you're interested, please let us know. Me or Black, please send us a message. And join our little family here. And from all of us over at the podcast and the news team, have a great week here in the 501st, and we'll see you next time. See you later.
Goodbye, gamer.
Adios. It's fitting that he got out at the last second again.
God fucking damn it.